Hi, I'm Tony with the Cozy Cabin Garden. Welcome back. Thought we'd have a end of May here garden tour. Or I say let's just get started and look around. Small hiatus. It's been pretty cool. Wet spring here in central Maine. But things are starting to wake up, so we'll go take a look around. We'll get you swapped around here. So you can see things are starting to wake up. Got some things planted and some other things getting ready to be planted. Moved a few things around, but here most Japanese maples are zone 5. They say I'm a zone 5, but still don't trust it. We definitely hit -20 for quite a while. So I kind of love the look of this lemony lace elderberry. Looking awesome. Haven't planted this, not sure quite where. Got nailed with a frost. We're supposed to get another possible frost tonight, and it is May 30th. But they say don't plant nothing around here until last full moon in May, which I believe is tonight. That's a less dense sky view. We'll kind of move this way. Blue Point juniper looking nice. Don't mind some of the weeds, just hard time controlling them around here. Dandelions are real hard to get out of the ground. Do the best I can. Planted these kind of early. I think they took a little hit, but they'll rebound. Got one there and another one right there. That's little blue stem grass. And then this itty bitty thing right here. Just planted that. That's an Amsonia. Hoping it's kind of putting its roots in the ground right now, because it is tiny. It has not grown at all. As we move around, we got the limelight hydrangea. Have 3 of them. I don't know if I can back up, probably catch all 3 right there in the frame. Wow. Oh, giving one of the surprises away. But another limelight hydrangea. Looking good. This is my tallest one. Had planted 3, lost 2, so then I had to replant. Coming to here, just starting to leaf out just now, is the double play gold spirea. Love the color on that. Looks good. If I take this, you'll see that's a Winecraft black smoke bush. Once that gets all leafed out, we'll get some more later on. That goes real good with that blackish red color and this chartreuse on this double play gold spirea. Hasn't opened yet, but we got the Bartzella peony. All this green you're seeing here kind of just seeds itself. Can't remember the name, but it's a tall phlox. And then I believe I have one right here, another one right there, and one more right there. I'm pretty sure that's back to the fuchsia salvia. Penstemon starting to take off. This green foliage you see all around here. Didn't get it while they were in flower, but those are narcissus. And the variegated Jacob's Ladder is all in bloom right now. Looking nice. Some more tall phlox. Not sure what happened with this. This is a Festiva Maxima peony. Looks like I'll get a few blooms, but got a lot of small buds. I don't know if maybe the mulch or some other things kind of taken away from it. You can see I have echinacea seeding everywhere. So be mindful of that if you plant just regular purple coneflower echinacea. Another tall phlox right there. Then we have our moss phlox or creeping phlox. Let me see if I can, I think, better, yeah, maybe if I zoom out a little more. But, yeah, you can see all the cone flowers. That will be this year. Another salvia. Pollinators love it. Native bee. The Baptisia is just starting to come up. That's Baptisia Pink Lemonade. 2 of them. Got the Mugo Pine putting on its candles. I cut them in half because last year it grew a little too much. So I cut them, try to get a little denser. Still think I'm going to end up moving that. Haven't yet. Didn't plant that, but that's a mullein. I'm gonna let it grow. It puts on nice yellow flowers with a tall stalk. Seeded itself there. This is just native to here. Figured just let it grow. Kind of step back here and give you just a view. Pansies that all reseed themselves. Looking nice like it. You know, this is the walkway up to the front steps. I have creeping thyme. Got some clover in there. That's starting to take over. Trying to get that back out, and we'll have to replant with the creeping thyme, or maybe that will right there will take over. But yeah, this is kind of just if I come over here, view of the house, you can see, well, I wish you could smell that. That is my French lilac, Manger. Looking awesome this year. Telling you, the color doesn't pick up on video. Like I said, incredible smell. Got some bachelor buttons that all have reseeded, getting ready to open. Not quite, but they will. This is Florist Blue Boy. The old power meter that will be somewhat hidden. I have some more echinacea that will hide that a little bit. But this is all echinacea here, along here. Got the Proudberry. And Sarah Bernhardt peony. Lilies are growing. First year. This is well, not first year of the lilies. Third year for the lilies, but first year I've actually found red lily beetle. So we'll see. I've picked a bunch off them. I don't spray, so just what I have. Some more lilies back there in that corner. Don't mind the dandelions. Can't seem to get rid of them. Got a nice hollyhock growing. My delphiniums. Looking good. This one of them's looking a little weak, so have this one. That one looks a little weak, and then 2, 3, 4 look good. Look at all the foxglove. Some more lilies there. This is a Weigela Florida. Can't remember the name of that. Then we have the Ragusa Rose. I like roses, but they do good. I get, first flushes looking all right, but in the end, I deal with Japanese beetles and then they just tear everything up. Rose mallow's starting to poke up. It's a hibiscus. I can't remember the name of this one. Another Weigela there. Got some Asiatic lilies here. Foxglove is really starting to spread. Huh, look at, we got another weed. I'll have to get that. And believe it or not, this is the end of May. That's the Jane Magnolia, which I thought was going to be all right, but it got down to 38 degrees last night, and they're calling for about the same here tonight. Hosta. This one doesn't look so good. Not sure what happened with this one. You can see all the brown around it. You would think, oh, maybe it's too much sun, but same hosta right here. Full sun. I'm expecting this to eventually, you know, be shade because the Jane Magnolia will get big enough that it'll be shade on this backside. But that is a wild. I didn't plant it. I'll end up probably pulling that, but that's just your daisies. They grow all around here. And then got the Blue Point juniper. As you can see, this is how much rain we've had in the last 4 weeks. 4.5 inches. That's not including anything that might have evaporated out there. We'll get turned around and got a blueberry bush there, blueberry bush there. Down on the end, just right there. Small leaf rhododendron. It already bloomed. And then this doesn't look like it yet. It's kind of the wild meadow. But we will see the lupins are starting to open. So pretty. It's funny, you can see this one's kind of all purple. This one's got a little bit of purple and white, almost bicolor. But they are just starting. Bunch of them in there. Then this fills in with other things, fills in with daisies and black-eyed Susans and some type of, I don't know, I think it's like a wild hemp that puts on yellow flowers. We'll get that. But yeah, there's the, whoops, moved a little fast there, I think. It's a small leaf rhododendron. Like I said, already flowered, went by. And then I have just your common lilac here. I don't know, last couple of years deer's been munching on it, but one flower up here. So kind of just walking around, like I said, this is all wild meadow here. Lupins have been spreading and whatever else grows, like some dandelions. Another lupin there. We'll move along. Have a clematis in this corner over here. And actually, if I walk in here, don't really have nothing planted, just kind of my woodsy shaded area, whatever grows. But for sometimes doing videos and you can hear the frogs, that's because of this pond I have right here, just a natural pond, shaded pretty hard. I can see the pollywogs. I don't know if I can get close enough or not to see any of them, or if the camera will even pick them up. I don't know if that's picking them up. I can see them, but Just a pond kind of in the middle of the woods. We'll move back out here. This isn't planted. This is just kind of zoom in. I believe it's swamp rose. Puts on a pink little rose. When they bloom, we'll get some video of that. But on the back side, you can see here, that's my one apple tree, and then there's another apple tree there. That one, farthest one is a Gala, and this closest one is a Honeycrisp. Still young. Not planted, but kind of just grows all around here. Got the bush honeysuckle, which I believe this is of Japanese, but it is a invasive here. Bees seem to like it though. Move around. So this right here, kind of show you, this is the back side of the house. This part's in shade now, but gets quite a bit of sun. But it is incredibly wet back here. You can see from me mowing, but all the water kind of runs and heads towards that pond. But I did plant this, not leafed out. A little worried that it might have been dead, but it's a button bush, which says it can take moist conditions, so we're gonna see. Then of course we got the dappled willow, Hakuro Nishiki. I believe I said that right. Anybody can correct me if I didn't. But yeah, this is just the back here, pretty much it's all wood. The birds, you know, they love it, nest all in here. And then kind of just growing in the lawn out back here, not the dandelions, but have the not sure what this is, some type of ajuga. Neighbor gave me a piece and it just started spreading everywhere. Got it all along here. Usually I just mow it, but seems to hold color. It looks like a little bit better in this, in the shade here underneath this alder. Another bush honeysuckle just on the back side here. Like I said, not planted, they just grow wild here. But more of that ajuga. You can see kind of turning red here, where the stuff in the shade stayed a little darker. But that's the bird feeder. Use that old swing set bird feeders, and I've had some trouble going on with the bird feeder. You can see they're kind of all dented and banged up. I think I got a raccoon that's been trying to get in there, so I have to use these locks so it doesn't. Last year this bird feeder right here on your right stole the whole thing. I just found it in the woods this year. Raccoon had carried it away. And I have pictures. I've seen the raccoon out here. This is Emperor Wu Hosta. Not looking so good this year. A lot of raggedy leaves. I don't know, coming up or what happened. I mean, some of them look good. Leaves are usually big in this. Still just coming out. Along the edge of this woodland. Moving on. I did not plant this, but if you kind of can see it here, well, I can grab it. This is Amelanchier or serviceberry. I did not plant that one. Just found it there last year. And then just growing wild, and this is native to Maine. That is Virginia creeper. Here just growing wild. Doesn't look like much yet. The one I'm kind of shaking here, that's a viburnum. Get turned around here. We'll kind of come up here by the oil tank. I have some more hostas. Them are the same ones you saw over there by the Jane Magnolia. I believe these are all Patriot hostas. You'll see how big they get. Boy, they fill out this whole area. I have this lungmore here. You won't even be able to see it, which is still in bloom. Looking nice. Don't remember the name of that one. Wow. Yeah. This is kind of, they're in the sun right now, but they get sun for maybe an hour from 3 to 4, and that's it. This is the north side of my house. So most of it is shade. You know, as you can tell, look at, these aren't planted. These are just, these ferns grow normal. Didn't even put away, well, that's what you kind of see, that metal pole there and the blue in there. That's the snow roof rake. But more ferns all packed in this corner. We're hoping to get this all kind of cleaned up and planted as a shade garden. Move around here. Bird food container. Have to put that big hammer on there, otherwise the raccoons or whatever else try to open the lid. Some things we're just cleaning up around here. Just planted this firelight hydrangea. Had a pink dogwood here. Did not make it through the winter. Died. Coming over to here. This is a garden area I'm just working on. Planted this here kind of as just an experiment. That's a endless summer. All the buds died. Had to cut it right back to the ground. That was filled with leaves just before the winter, and that's what's left. Hoping to make some leaf mold. But another tall phlox. I don't know. This is a brand new garden I'm working on. There's the Chamaecyparis piscifera, I think how you say it, gold mop. Mandarin Lights azalea just starting to bloom. I believe that's Helen Van Stein. Lambsia. Bought this small, just putting on its new growth. Baby blue spruce. But if I kind of back up here, Hard to see in the shade. Got the American flag. But working on this garden piece. Kind of some weeds and some other things in there. And still working on it. But this is what it looks like before you get it to perfection. Have some planted some small ones. They're small. They'll put on another one there, another one there. But this is the I'm gonna forget the name of this. We'll have to come back to it. It's in the mullein family. Southern Charm? I believe it's Southern Charm. Looks like some Sweet Williams there. Must have just threw some wild seed out here. Some of the stuff just coming up. Boy, that don't pick up. This is bright orange. Looks nice. Just planted this. This is the Winecraft Gold smoke bush. Back behind here we got some more echinacea. Don't know, some type of heliopsis. Some more of that orange flower. Not sure if that's a wallflower maybe. Then a lilac, young one. Planted that about 2 years ago, just coming into it. Something growing here. I'm assuming this is growing from seed. I don't know what it is yet. We'll have to wait to see until it flowers. But yeah. Russell lupin. Winter sowed these 2 winters ago. So this would be their second year. First year, gonna get one flower. Another one here, looks like I'll get a flower. Couple small one there. One there. And one there not looking so well. But we will see. And then, hey, big surprise. Got us a nice little garden shed. Hold all our tools. To the right, I mean, you'll kind of see there. Big into grilling and smoking meats. Those are there for now. But that's it's the new garden shed. Looking at it now, it doesn't look that bad, but I like the style of the shed with the metal roof and everything and having the windows. But we didn't think me and the wife didn't really like the color that kind of went with the color of the house. You can see that on the left side over here. So I think we're gonna end up painting it. But when I look at this view, you can barely see the house. So we'll move along here. My favorite rose of the garden. This is the Above and Beyond rose. Just starting to put on its buds now. I don't know if I can pick one up. Maybe right. See that? But yeah, this thing is, I mean, by far my favorite rose. The super cane hardy. I mean, you can't tell from this angle, but this is probably, I'd say, about 7 feet tall. You can grow it as a shrub or as a climber. I'm kind of growing it as a big shrub. Not sure if these will flower or not, but got some, I believe they're Siberian bearded irises. And then Can't remember what these were for flowers. My neighbor gave them to me. Puts on a yellow flower. Then you can see I can kind of back up here, all along here. It's like a hedge of it. That is all red osier dogwood, which is just coming into flower. But it basically creates a wall along here. So I had that other Amelanchier over there, which, you know, people call, oh, what is it? Is it Juneberry or Saskatchewan? Or I'm probably butchering it. But I planted this. This is a Autumn Brilliance serviceberry. Like I said, that red osier dogwood goes all along there. And then we'll kind of move around here in bloom. If you got looked back at one of my older, well, not older, but a few months ago video, kind of did a pruning thing on this. This tree had gotten damaged. It's a Profusion crabapple. Boy, the video just does not pick up how pretty that tree is, the color. Pretty floriferous. So you can see this was, when I did it, we had cut that off and we picked this one Maine leader. And that hopefully is gonna take over. Huh, seeing some blue sky. Move over here. This is going to be in its second year here, and it looks like it's doing all right. I had to cut most of my roses almost back to the ground, but this is Alexander Mackenzie. Flowered for the first time last year. Had it in another spot for 3 years. Didn't do nothing. Moved it to here the fall before last year, and last year I did get 2 flowers, so hopefully that will do good. Kind of moving along. You will see the kind of coming up. Here's the cabin. Self-sustained. Don't need no power, nothing. Wood stove, oil lamps, anything I need. It is hooked to power, but we don't do nothing. Like I said, work for a tree company, so I get all the wood chips I want. So there's a free pile of wood chips. Coming up here, this is North Star Cherry. This one did not make it. I think my son hit it with the RC car and hit it right there, and I think that killed it. But I do have a North Star Cherry right here. No longer in bloom, but as you can see, it looks like we're gonna get cherries. Self-pollinating. Kind of moving along. Some weeds and stuff in here, but this is mostly chives. We just let it, I mean, we use the chives when we need them, but boy, they put on a pretty purple flower, so why not? Oh, there we go. There's one of them Siberian bearded irises. Those ones that were over there in that corner by the rose. That's what we separate them every once in a while. Looks like got one that's gonna bloom. Then here, this is another bush honeysuckle. Kind of getting close. It's a deep, like deep pink. Piece of it grows really tall. It's a paler pink. I actually have two colors here. I think it may have been something that was grafted, and part of it broke down, and I had cut it down, and I think some of the original took over. And then this you all see here is, I can't remember the name of it. Trumpet vine, which, careful if you plant that. I seem to have it contained, but stays right there. Sometimes it'll grow out onto the lawn, but if I continue to mow, it doesn't. That will eventually all push out new growth. And then this kind of tree you're seeing right here, that is the McCowan. Already flowered, couple flowers left on it. And we move along. I'll kind of back up here. This big tree here is my Macintosh apple. I should have got it. I apologize. It was loaded with white flowers, and I mean the smell of the apple blossoms was, I don't know if there is a better smell. Lilac comes close, so don't peonies, but that apple blossom, I mean, when this was in flower, I mean, this tree was just humming with pollinators. So, and that kind of brings us back around to just starting to leaf out right here. Is a black walnut. Don't know if I'm going to end up keeping it. We're going to let it stay for now. It's not affecting anything with the juggalo or anything right now, but it ain't the healthiest tree. But I've kind of, well, you can kind of see if I get up in here. It had grown, and I basically cut the top right off, and then it started growing and has this kind of, I don't know, we'll have to see it when it's all filled out and leafed out. But yeah, that basically brings us back to the front. So, like I said, oh, actually, I got a couple other things. We'll come up the walkway here. You can see it from out there, but boy, that lilac smells fantastic. Got some sedums here, some more hollyhocks. But what I want to show you, and I don't know if this will show up on camera, but this lily, I mean, it's got to be an inch at the base. This thing looks like it's going to be huge. Then I planted this, is a Mount Airy Fothergilla. Starting to leaf out. The flowers already went by. Supposed to get about 6 feet tall with some kind of honey scented flowers. Excited about that because it's, well, there's the door, and it should reach about right here, so right by the door, be able to smell it in the spring. Then I have this rose, I can't remember the name. It's a Ragusa rose. Therese something maybe? Just like, here's my other rose here. Oh, the shadowing's kind of hard. Let's see if I can kind of stand. But this rose right here, completely lost all the canes. Got it back down to the ground. All my roses, that's why I grow them on own root. Here, stuff can just die back. But you can see, I think here, we got buds. It's going to flower. So that's good. Hey, I kind of give you a close-up of that lilac. She's beautiful. Got a loop in here too. I cut these ones off once the flowers are done so it doesn't seed and spread too much around here. Oh, and then we'll have to see. These are just coming in. And they're just almost open, not quite. But columbine. You can kind of tell I try to pack everything in as close as I can. Got a clematis here. Just starting out. Not as tall because I have another clematis right here. Well, we'll back up here. You can see this clematis is growing up. It's almost to the top already. Versus this one here. Nothing. All the way down almost just right here. Only about 2 feet tall. Versus this one here that's 4 feet tall. Got the Renate Scotch Heather. I'm sure I missed some things. This is, well, right there. Then I got another one right there. This is a Turkish lily. The lilies are actually like upside down. We'll get that, on video. And then, catmint. Don't know what it is, just that's what it was for seed. Seeded them last year, kind of all along this edge. What came up. But the pollinator's been all over it. Of course, not on it right now, but I've been watching them every single day. First year it's flowered, basically just grew root system last year. Oh, we got some Artemisia wormwood. Got some just popping up Joe Pieweed. Couple alliums, small alliums, don't know what they are. Got just popping up some Veronica. Funny, I had them. There was a purple one and a pink one. So I don't know if that was the purple or pink, I can't remember. But then there was one there, it died. And then, this one that's alive, died, alive. Had one here, it died. And then another one right there, it's alive. So for some reason, yeah. Oh, turn around some more. Got some Sweet William. And then got a rose here. I think I talked about it, and it looks like I may, there's one flower bud. First year. Let's see if I can get on that. The canes always tend to die back on this. So we're going to see. I put it in this protected area last year. First year I'm going to get flowers on it. It was in another spot for 3 years. This is its second year. Still not looking the greatest. I may give up on that. This is the Alchemist Rose though, and boy, the flowers are so pretty. So I'm hoping it's going to start you know, getting some kind of root system under it and a little more healthy and be all right. So then we got some more of that salvia. We have Forever Goldie arborvitae. This is it's a Korean spice viburnum. I don't remember the cultivar name on that it is. I'd have to go look, but some more sedums. Sorry, the sun is bad right now. I don't know if it's better to be in there or out of there. But still working on doing the video thing. I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, I got a couple things here I haven't planted. The rhododendron hasn't opened yet. Oh, I don't think I got over here. We started here with the lemony lace elderberry, but got some Angelina sedum. Then I got another sedum. Can't remember the name. I am super excited for this though. I'm gonna have to probably cover this tonight in case we get a frost, because the flower buds are starting. And it's its first year. I just planted it. I don't know. Yeah, kind of the shadowing, but this is incredible blush. Yeah, that's definitely not the angle to be at. But I'm excited to have that there. So it's starting to put on some flower buds. They look a little brown. I don't know if that's frost cold or what. Obviously bought it, put it in the ground. Should have known better with what we got. So, but yeah. So I mean, you know, here's my driveway looking out. So kind of I'll spin around now. When you kind of come into the driveway, you now have the shed, and got a 14-year-old son. Of course, he's got his basketball hoop. But yeah, this is kind of what you see for the garden when you walk in. I don't know if I can. Like I said, that lemony lace kind of catches your eye, and behind it's the, you know, burgundy, but eventually turns black from that Winecraft black smoke bush. Learning it's real hard to get the whole visual like you normally would, the way I'm seeing it and then the way I see it on video. Yeah, that's the garden. That is end of May update as things progress. Usually June 20th when this garden really wakes up, kind of everything's in bloom, and you know, I have different things, you know, like them grasses or warm season grasses